Okay, loves, I'm so excited about sharing this episode. I recorded this episode 2 days ago. It already feels like it's been a month because I've done so freaking much since then, because this episode like opened up a whole new portal for me. I made so many tweaks to the website already. It feels so much more Sophie style. It's so much more fun and playful. I got an amazing new mystery offer. Oh my goodness, I'm just so excited. Everything makes so much sense. I started with my amazing client in the mastermind portal, the VIP version. Oh my goodness. If you are a manifesting generator 1-3 and you want to take that next step in your business, this portal is for you. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. So if you are a manifesting generator 1-3, reach out for me for this portal because it is the shit. Anyways, I'm going to share this episode with you. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did recording it. And it's just let the fun begin, guys. Let the fun begin. Here we go.
You are the chosen one.
Okay, guys, I am super, super excited about recording this episode. And I hope it goes well because my daughter is trying to fall asleep. She's like breastfeeding right now, and I'm like, I need to record this episode. Oh my goodness, because I had such an interesting download, and I want to share that with you because this podcast is really all about me sharing the story with you, what it looks like to scale to 100K months. And like anyone who says that you're like that you do that in like a week time is lying. I mean, you probably could if you're a crazy manifestor. But honestly, it's a process. And it's a process. I wouldn't even say that you could do it if you're a crazy manifestor. I think you could do it if you know yourself so freaking well. I mean, if you know yourself so freaking well and there's nothing left to learn, you could probably do it. But since we are all human living, or we're not actually human, we're souls living a human experience, we got shit to learn. So I really feel like running a business is like whoever chooses the path of being an entrepreneur. Seriously, your soul chose to do that, believe me, because being an entrepreneur is really a journey. It's a journey of getting to know yourself in such a beautiful and profound way. And that's how I view everything that happens in my business. So everything that happens, literally everything that happens, I see it as a journey. I see it as an invitation to look and see, okay, what else is there for me to see? What else is there for me to discover? And I did some very interesting discoverings lately. And this afternoon, I went shopping for my beautiful mastermind soul sister. I don't even know if I took you guys on that journey. I explained a little bit about it on Instagram, but like the mastermind, I had such an interesting download around that because the mastermind truly is like, I am the mastermind with my spirit team and with my physical team. That's how I help my beautiful mastermind sisters to their next level. So that was a beautiful insight that I got. And then so this afternoon, we went shopping. I went to one of the most expensive jewelry stores here in Amsterdam. You get valet parking, and I knew what I wanted to buy there. So I went there, bought the present for my beautiful soul sister. We're meeting up tomorrow, and oh my God, I'm already having so much fun. And as I was driving home, I was listening to a podcast episode, and funny enough, this weekend, all new types of women came on my path, and this also always happens in such a beautiful way. So out of the blue, I get this pop-up on my podcast from somebody who I don't know, and I'm like, oh, let me listen to this. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So I listened to another episode of her, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And then she said, my mentor, Jenna Black. And I'm like, what? Your mentor is Jenna Black as well. And it's so interesting because in her first episode, and that's really what sort of like made me pay attention, she said that her first coach ever was called Sophie. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. What is the universe trying to tell me here? I always pay attention to those subtle signs, right? And then she mentioned that her coach was Jenna Black as well. And I'm like, oh, okay, something is really here. So I signed up for her free stuff and I'm starting to get to know her energy a little better. And then this afternoon, I received another email from her with a new podcast episode, and I tuned into that, and I was like, oh, wow. Okay, downloads are coming in big time. So I was listening to her, and this was an episode about sales funnels, but from a spiritual place, like soul-aligned sales funnels. And this really speaks to my soul because a couple of years ago, I actually created a beautiful, beautiful course, which was called the Spirit Marketing course, because I do really love marketing, but I do believe that it only works if you do it from a soul aligned place, right? So I created this beautiful course. So many modules. I wouldn't do that again in that form, I think, but it was a beautiful thing to create, and it brought me so much and my clients as well. So when she shared that episode about sales funnels from a soul aligned place, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Let me tune into that. And the interesting thing was that I was actually already contemplating about, okay, let me think if I can maybe implement a sales funnel. Well, not really sales funnel. I don't like the word sales funnel, but I was sort of contemplating, like, how can I make my customer journey more logical. I don't know if that's the right word, but like accessible. Maybe that's the right word. More clear for customers. How can I work with Sophie? How can I work with her, right? Because I do know that a lot of women in my email list and on my Instagram, a lot of you have the desire to work with me, but you're just like, sometimes you're not quite ready yet, or it doesn't feel like the right time. Doesn't matter. But I was like, okay, what's there on my part that I can sort of like tweak to make that more, I'm looking for the right word, because clear is not even the right exact word, but let's just, for the sake of it, choose the word clear. How can I make sort of a clear pathway so that clients can very easily explore if they want to work with me? Because that's, I think, the most important thing for me. I want people to explore how it is to work with me, because you can have all kinds of thoughts about how it would actually be to work with me, and maybe you're really scared because you're like, oh my god, what is going to happen, or you're not sure what's going to happen when you work with me. And I really want people to explore that, because I love that as well. I like to first work with somebody for free, or to get to know somebody really good before I make like a big amount of money. Like seriously, if I work with a coach, I don't mind paying them like $1 million. I mean, if they help me make 10 million, I'm perfectly fine with sharing like $1 million with them. I love paying the people I work with, but I first always want to know, what is it like to work with you, and are we a match? So that's how I always choose the people I work with. Like that's how I choose my photographers, and that's how I choose my specialists. I always first want to work with them for free. Or at least in a form that I'm not paying them right away. That's very important to me. And that got me thinking, because I'm like, okay, if that's so important to me, then I should be offering that to my clients as well. And I do that to an extent, because a lot of the times I do offer people to work with me for free for a bit so they can experience my energy. But I mean, the download was a little bit more profound than just the working for free, right? Because it's about more than that. For me, it's like people come into my energy field with a reason. It always is. So this day I had this very funny example with somebody who, an old client of mine sent it out, a podcast from another person to me. I didn't listen to that. And then after a couple of weeks, I was, let me check whatever she sent to me. I started listening to that, came on her Instagram profile. She's amazing. She already does 100K months. And I'm like, I freaking love this girl's energy. So I'm like, I'm sending her a message, right? Because one of the things I can manifest very easy is things like that, right? Whenever I want something, like a couple of years ago, I was entering Jim Fortune's portal. And I was like, let me do an interview with him. And I sent him a request and we did an interview. Like I can manifest things like that very easily. Just because I'm very fun. I'm a fun person to connect with, at least I think. And I mean, I'm like, yeah, I do fun and exciting things. I think it's actually quite an honor for people to coach me because I am one of a kind. So that stuff is very easy for me. I don't even know how I got there. What? How did I get there? What was the whole point of me sharing this? It had a point, but oh yeah. And then I sent to this person like this voice memo, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm dying. This is so funny because I know you from first time I got started." And well, we had this beautiful conversation, and it became so clear that I was really like we were sent to each other for a reason. So like I said, everybody I encounter comes on my path for a reason, and vice versa, right? You bring me something, I bring you something. That's how it works. And so for me, it's not only about offering people to work with me for free. I'm not going to offer everybody to work with me for free. That will make no sense at all. It has to be a match. But I do want people who really want to work with me to be able to explore that. So then I sat down and I sort of channeled this beautiful pathway, like these 4 or 5 steps that people could take to actually explore if they want to work with me. So instead of like having these fixed containers, right? So I now have my mastermind online, which I absolutely love, and I might keep it on there. I'm not quite sure yet. And then I have a couple of other offers. But after the interview with Siska as well, I started really thinking about that. And I did a post on Instagram about this as well. Like as a manifesting generator, by the time I have my offer online on the website, it's like I already moved on to the next thing, right? Usually the portals I channel are for like specific people. And then when that specific person signed up, it's no longer active. I need to move on because I just love channeling my offers to the people I work with. I don't like doing like this fixed thing. I'm so passionate about my people, my women getting the results that their soul desires that I cannot do a one size fits all. So everything needs to be channeled to them personally, right? And of course, I do have some rules for myself. What do I do? Don't I do? Like there are certain things I just don't do in my coaching. Like I do not do calls. I don't do that. That's like one of my main rules because my freedom is like the most important thing for me. I really want my business to mix with my beautiful family and with raising our daughter. That's like the most important thing. That's why I even started my business, to have freedom. So I would never do something in my business that would sort of feel like it constrains my freedom. But I do really love working with people one-on-one. I do not like offering online programs anymore because when I do that, I miss the connection. I really need connection with people. So one thing that's very important for me is that I have some sort of contact with the people I work with, and then also that I'm able to work with them through Voxer-based voice memos. That's like my thing right now. So I started thinking and I started channeling, and then all these steps came out of it. I'm like, ooh, this is so freaking excited because this allows me to really, really tune into every individual soul that comes on my path and create something custom to them. And it all started with, like, they told me, let people decide for themselves what they want to invest. So, okay, that's so funny because when I said that word, let people decide what they want to invest, that's actually when my daughter threw out the voice recording. So I'm like, ooh, interesting. What's going on there? But doesn't matter. I do really feel like I have a certain price points where I'm comfortable with, right? I want people to invest a certain amount of money because I feel like from a certain amount of money, I can really get them to their next level. I also believe that I'm actually worth a certain amount of money. My energy is worth a certain amount of money. So I do not do portals for like 50 or 100 or 200 euros. I don't do those kind of portals if you really want to work with me one-on-one. I might sometimes do like an inspired action thing, like a special bonus thing that I come up with. But like really working with me one-on-one, that starts at a specific price point. But they did tell me let people decide for themselves which level they are comfortable at. And that really changes the whole game, right? Because a lot of the times we sort of think, okay, this is the offer I want to create, this is the price point, and then you start selling. But what if you turn it around? And what if you're like, okay, let me just let my people decide on what price point they are comfortable investing in, and let me then decide what can I actually offer you for that price point in a way that I can really help you get from A to B or A to Z or whatever you want to go. So that actual outline I received, and I'm gonna sort of like tune in with my mentor because I haven't shared this with her, and I'm gonna tune in with my social media branding expert to share this with her, and we're just gonna see where this is going and how we can implement this in a very beautiful soul aligned way, which will allow more women to actually work with me. But I just really felt like sharing this with you because, like I said, I want to take you through the process. I want to help you understand what it looks like to scale to 100K months. And that in essence, it comes down to one thing. It comes down to you being being willing, not able, you being willing to really look at yourself and look at your journey as a beautiful learning experience. There's never something going wrong. There's never something like, oh, you did something wrong and now you're getting punished. I know a lot of entrepreneurs feel that way, but I don't feel that way. Whenever something goes different in my business than I maybe would have anticipated up front, I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on here, and let me see what I'm actually invited to see here and how can I tweak it or change it. So that's what I continuously do, and this is why I really loved sharing this episode with you. So I'm just gonna like really feel into this and feel like how I'm gonna take this idea to the next level. I will surely keep you updated. And if you have any questions for me, or if you have any questions for me, you're like, oh, I would really love your view on this, or maybe you could record a podcast on this. You can always like send me a DM on my Instagram and share that question with me. I mean, if I'll feel it, I'll absolutely record an episode about it. I won't promise you that I will, but if I feel it, yes, why not? I mean, yeah, just send it to me and then we'll take it from there. So for now, I want to wish you a beautiful, beautiful evening if you listen to this in the evening, and otherwise a beautiful day. So much more fun stuff is coming your way the upcoming weeks. I have so many cool things set up, and I'm really excited about this journey and sharing this with you, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. So if you did, I would really love it if you would leave a review on Instagram. Yeah, you could leave a review on Instagram as well, but on iTunes, like a 5-star would be amazing. And if you could actually then also write something, that would even be more amazing, because that really helps us. It helps the podcast being found more, and really we have a lot of downloads coming in currently. A lot of people are listening to the podcast already, but I mean, the more the merrier, right? So if you want to do that for me, that would be amazing. And we'll talk soon. Love you guys. Bye. Oh my goodness, lovers. I got something so cool and exciting for you. I just channeled like the most amazing mystery offer for you. So if you want to join the mystery offer, this is your chance. It's only 99 euros. And it is so much fun. So here we go. You have to choose one area of your choice. I'm going to say all the areas, and then you have to choose the muscle that you want to train the upcoming days. And you have to send those answers to me, and then I will send you the payment link, and then you can join. It's so fun. It is so creative. It is so that kind of feeling. So, okay, here we go. Choose intuitively which area you want to work on for the 5 upcoming days. Okay, A, business. B, money. C, health. D, pregnancy. Or E, lovers, like loving your lovers relationship. Okay, choose intuitively, and then second of all, you're gonna choose the muscle that you wanna actually, the muscle that you wanna grow the upcoming 5 days, and then you can choose from three options. The first one is your self-confidence muscle, your manifesting muscle, or C, your what did I say? Oh my god, this is so Sophie. Okay, it was self-confidence, self-love, or third option is your manifesting muscle. Okay, choose intuitively and send me your answer to sophie@sophieschoice.com or through DM on Instagram, so sophieditmar.official. Send me the answer, the 2 answers actually, and then I send you the private payment link for €99. It's excluding VAT if you're a Dutch attendee, and then you will receive your mystery offer in 24 hours, like completely channeled to your energy and completely custom made for you because you chose your own areas and your own muscle. It is so fun. It's so exciting. And this is like me being a full-on manifesting generator. So love you guys. And I hope to see so many of you in this mystery offer. It is really cool. Okay, here we go.